Well, if you stuck around this long, you deserve to see this. What's up guys, RyanCheneyELR at the range on a beautiful Tuesday in the end of January, and I've got something kind of different today because a while back Spex-Lite sent me 4 different products to demo out in my airfoil bags, and it's been a little while. I just didn't have the time to get to it, but here it is because this is kind of interesting. You know, I have not shot with any of the lightweight products yet. Last season, before I invented the in-game bag, I was using their heavy sand in my airfoil, and that's the only experience I've had in competition was running the heavy sand. But like this, for example, I built this for my middle child, my 8-year-old daughter. There is only 2 ounces of media inside this, where my standard fill is 9 pounds and 13 ounces of the pool filter sand, 9 pounds and 7 ounces of my competition fill. This has 2 ounces. So if somebody were wanting to take this on a backpacking trip or something, the whole thing only weighs about 1 pound and 10 ounces, pump and all. So extremely lightweight. The only downside is it's super messy. It made quite the mess when I was filling it because the particles, the pieces, are like styrofoam pellets with a black coating on them, and the static was just enormous. So other than that, everything went pretty well. What makes the Spex-Lite interesting at this point in time, and one of the reasons why I didn't get to making the video sooner, is the airfoil bags are now modular, where on the inside of them I have a cloth zipper bag that you can actually open up and change out. Buy these extra bags, I sell them in the store, and you can swap out the media and have a lightweight fill, a heavy fill, have your competition sand, whatever you want to do. So the airfoils are completely modular. There was a series of airfoils that I put out there that were sealed, but the ones that are coming out right now, they're completely modular with these bags, and you can swap them out. The material that's inside this one is called 5524B, and you can see I wrote on there 2 ounces. The next weight up, the 5125, this has 1 pound and 3 ounces of media inside, and this one actually doesn't feel too bad. The lightweight one feels a little squishy. You know, I wouldn't use it in competition, but for a hunting rifle, for a backpack trip, I think that would work really well, because it doesn't, you know, you're only gonna take 1 shot, hopefully. The next weight up that I have is the 5235. It has 3 pounds and 12 ounces, and really it's a little bit full. I could probably take a couple ounces out of that. So that whole bag right there weighs just over 5 pounds, which is roughly half the weight of the full airfoil. And then I have this big boy right here, and this is the one I was running before I designed the in-game bag, and this is the heavy sand. It's got 13 pounds, 9 ounces of media inside here. So this bag weighs 15 pounds. It is a lunker, man. It's a lunker. And then I also have just my standard competition fill, and I thought I put a sticker on there. It holds 9 pounds and 7 ounces of my competition sand. So what I've got down here is my 416 stroker, and I have, looks like I've got 8 shots of ammo left over from the last event that I shot in Kansas City at Great Plains Guns. I shot their King of KC event with my stroker back in November, and that's the last time I've shot. It's like, man, I haven't been out here to the range forever, so it's been a couple of months. Actually, it's been more than a couple months since I've been out here, because I shot that event 2 months ago. So I'm gonna get set up, and I'm gonna take a couple shots off of each one of these. I guess I have 8 shots left, so I'll figure it out. I'm gonna start with the lightest one. I have not shot on 3 of these fills. This will be my first time, so I will give you total feedback of what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, and I wish you could see what I'm seeing through the scope, but the trigger cam wouldn't survive the recoil of that thing, so it ain't gonna work out. But you'll have to just take my word for it. So I'm gonna get all set up. Now this is bananas. It's 58 degrees out here, and the density altitude is 1,603 feet, and it's January 28th. That's just unbelievable. Normally this time of year it's like 24 degrees and like a 29-mile-an-hour wind. So I have like a 7-8 mile-an-hour wind coming from like 3:30, 4 o'clock. So this should be absolute cake for this rifle. I'm looking at only 5 mils of elevation, and I'm looking at 0.7 right. So I'm going to start off with the lightweight media, the 5524B. The first thing I notice is it really presses into the media because it's so fluffy. So it actually has a pretty good channel, and then once it's down on it, you know, like where it kind of stops out, it actually feels pretty solid. My concern is under recoil it's going to want to bounce, and that's the main thing that I can see happening. So let's try. Let's see what happens. Oh, we're way high. I gotta lower the bipod. Okay. Oh wow, I'm on target. That was impressive. Okay. So the first thing I noticed with it pressed in this far is that my wrist isn't wanting to lay in the normal position where I'm just kind of laid on top of the bag, because it's got the sides flared up so high in relation to the stock. So it's not very comfortable. Let's see what the action of the pump feels like. You know, that's feels about the same, honestly. If I pump it way up, it's pretty wiggly. Okay, not terrible though. Okay, so let's take this shot. This is 1,465 yards. Not quite level. That's close enough. My MK machining level says it's close enough. Alright, cold bore shot. Haven't shot this rifle in a couple of months. I don't even know if it's clean or not. I forgot if I even cleaned it. So I guess we'll find out. We'll definitely hear the clunk at this distance. I forgot to set up the radar. Okay, so first impression is it's not terrible for only being 2 ounces of media. I jumped about 5 mils left elevation. I'm basically right on target, but I'm actually sitting about 4.5 mils left right now. So something scooched in here. Let's do one more shot with this, just for good measure. Okay, this time I jumped 6 mils left. Elevation is still really like right on target. I mean, it's right there, but my reticle's sitting 6 mils left right now. So it's a little squishy. It's the fact that it's lightweight is probably making it super easy for this horsepower of rifle to manipulate the bag, when I like the bag to manipulate the rifle. All right, let's grab the next one. Next up is the 5125, 1 pound and 3 ounces of media. Okay, now I'm down in the dirt because I'm not squished into it. Here, let's pull this out first before I adjust the bipod. Where are we? Oh yeah, we're good. Should be real close. Okay. All right. First impression, it's more comfortable. I'm not dug in as far into the stock, and I still do need to come up a little bit. Try to get it all settled in. All right. It's a little shifting, a little wiggly, but I'm used to sand that just stays put, so it's not terrible. All right, here we go. All right, I am 5 mils left. And I'm also a mil over it. Now I'm 7 mils left and about a mil over it. So it kind of settled a little. It's interesting. Overall, not terrible. The fact that it weighs nothing compared to what I'm used to. You know, once you get down in the bag, it feels pretty solid. But if you had to make like a big adjustment on a transition, so the bottom material of my bags are a really dense rubber material, and with 10 pounds of sand sitting on top, it keeps it flat to the ground. This lighter weight material is going to cause it to rock a little bit. Overall though, you know, if you can adjust for that, account for that, it shouldn't be a big deal. You know, I guess if you're gonna go, what can I say? What's the point of the middle grade materials? If you're shooting competition, it doesn't matter what it weighs. We're carrying around 40-pound rifles. If you're going on a hunting trip, just get the super lightweight stuff, you know? I guess, you know, personal preference. Somebody may say, man, this is the best fill that they make. And it may be phenomenal in a game changer bag. And it's really hard for me to say. And you know what I need is I need somebody with a different opinion. Maybe someone that hasn't shot with one before. All right, let's try this one. This is the 52-35, 3 pounds and 12 ounces. Okay, so it's obviously a bit denser. I gotta get down into it. Oh man, I'm almost there. I don't want to have to adjust the bipod. We're there. Okay, that feels actually pretty solid now. I really tap the stock into it. I got a real serious channel going now. It's not uncomfortable where I'm resting my wrist. I feel like I have a good position. We're right on target. Let's put 2 shots on it. So I ended up about 3 mils right that time. So not terrible. I ended up 2 mils right that time. Man, those speeds are exactly the same. God, I love this rifle. And we're gonna have a great season this year. So what it actually did, I just noticed the bag kind of twisted a little bit. I twisted it back and put it right back on target. So it's probably just because it's pretty light It doesn't have a lot of traction. There is an upgrade that I do offer on the airfoil bags. It's called my competition upgrade, and it's where I actually add a second rubber pad to the bottom of the bag. I figured out a way to attach the rubber on the outside to the rubber on the inside. It makes it a 1/2 inch taller, but it also makes the base super thick. It makes it super rigid, and it also gives you traction. So that is an upgrade that I would definitely recommend. So check that out in the store if you're interested. All right, the final one, because I'm not going to shoot with my, well, maybe I'll do one each. That way I can have an objective opinion. This is the heavy sand. This got 13.5 pounds of media in here. And this bag is heavy. Where the heck am I in the field here? Where am I? There I am. All right, where are we? There we are. All right, we're gonna do one shot with this, because I shot with this bag many matches, and my only complaint was when it sat on the shelf for a while, it was like, felt super dense. I had to like kind of shake it up a little bit to get it kind of fluffy again, so that I could get the bag to kind of bite into it. But that was also when I had the plastic liners. Now that I have the cloth liner inside, it's a lot more malleable, and it really gives you a nice channel. So I'm gonna tell you, this extra weight, we'll see how much this thing pulls off target after I shoot. All right, here we go. That was about 1 mil. Let's see if it, yeah, it just barely turned the bag. I turn the bag back and it puts it right back on target. So the heavy sand is pretty wicked. It's pretty wicked. I know it's a lot more expensive than my standard fill sand, but the fact that these are modular, open them up, change it out. You know, you could buy my bag filled and order a couple extra inner bags, and you could completely do it any way you want. Now this right here is one of my old bags, old design. It's sealed shut, so that cannot be accessed. This is my competition fill in here. All right, last shot. Don't mess it up now. I don't think I've missed any. So I ended up about 1.5 mil left, and just that much of a move puts it right back on target. So what this thing needs as well, it needs that rubber bottom, and that's also why the in-game bag has the rubber bottom with that track. So here's another option. I might do this. I have enough material left over of each one. I could make up an in-game bag with each one of these medias, just as an experiment. So I think I might do that. Okay, so I hope you guys got something out of that. Those of you that have airfoil bags, check out Spex-Lite. They've got a lot of different products. They just gave me a few to test out. You know, I think I'm not going to call a winner on this, because they're all different and they all kind of have their own unique uses. The heavy sand is nice. I like, so the thing about the heavy sand, you know, is it's super it's super fine, and it's super dense. I like a media that's really aggressive, because it really holds its shape in the bag, and that's what my competition fill is. But I think the one that I really didn't expect to be decent was this super lightweight one, the 5524B. It actually just, I mean, my hand was uncomfortable, but that was it. I was actually surprised how it didn't really bounce. It actually, you know, it shifted a lot, but I think with the bag set up a little differently, it would be fine. There isn't a lot of weight there though. Man, it's kind of tough to call. Honestly, I wouldn't shoot with any of the lightweight stuff in competition. It doesn't matter. You're carrying a 40-pound rifle around. Who cares if the bag weighs a few more pounds? Not a big deal. The heavier the bag is, the better, the more it's going to stay put, period. That's just physics. But for a hunting rig, dude, that stuff is pretty legit. You know, to add only 2 ounces, that's nothing, man. That's nothing at all. You could put a little, you know, you put it in your backpack, or put I could sew you on a little lanyard loop on there, and you could hook it on the outside of your backpack. Man, it'd be good to go. So, hope you guys got something out of this. I'm gonna drive down there and see all those hits on the plate. I forgot to bring paint, so I should be able to see which ones are mine, because they'll be the fresh ones. Haven't been out here in so long. But thanks for joining me. If you guys stuck around this far, I appreciate it. Be sure and subscribe, share. If you guys need anything, hit up my website, RyanCheneyELR.com. If you need anything at all, send me an email, RyanCheneyELR@gmail.com. If you're international and you're looking for a bag, I have some really, really decent shipping options right now. FedEx has a new international shipping. I just sent one to Italy for 36 bucks, an in-game, 10 pounds. Not bad. I shipped, let's see, Spain's a little more expensive. I just shipped one to England for 36 bucks. And I haven't shipped one to Australia or New Zealand yet. They were pretty expensive last time I shipped there, but I'll check some shipping on down to Australia, New Zealand. But really, for 10 pounds to Europe for 36 bucks isn't bad at all. UPS was a lot higher. That's a FedEx International Connect. So if you need anything, shoot me an email and I can make you up an invoice, because the website is not set up to take international orders, because it calculates shipping all wrong. So I have to do it manually. So that's it, guys. If you need anything, holler. I'm always around. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate the support. I'm out. Peace. Well, if you stuck around this long, you deserve to see this. All right, so these are the 33XC because they're smooth. That's old. These are smooth. The 416 actually puts a dent in the plate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it shot about, I didn't get that. It shot about a 1 foot, 8-shot group, 1465 from 5 different bags. That thing is just disgusting. I'm so stoked for this year. All right, shooting King of 1 mile, King of 2 mile France. I'm gonna try and shoot Extreme Shot Italy, both divisions, heavy and light. It's in October. And also King of 1 mile, King of 2 mile here. And I'll probably throw a spear point match in there at some point. This for a tune-up. At minimum, I'm gonna go do some practice at spear point, because we can shoot 2900 out there and only 2150 at my private range. But that's it, guys. See you next time.